Yes, very good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, very good morning. So, good morning, good
Good
morning,
morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning, good morning. So, today we are going to discuss about the reactions of unsaturated carbon compound, that is aldehydes and ketone. So, last time we have discussed about the reactions of carbon carbon double bond, carbon carbon triple bond, and we have seen about some reactions of carbon carbon oxygen double bond, that is the carbonyl group. So there we have seen that this carbonyl carbon, it undergo resonance, and carbonyl carbon is having a positive charge and oxygen is having a negative charge. So this carbonyl carbon, it undergo both reaction, that is nucleophilic addition and electrophilic addition reaction. So here you have seen some of the reactions. You have seen the factors affecting on the reaction, and we have seen last time the reaction of carbon compound with that of HCl, hydrogen cyanide, and alcohol. So let us see the next reaction, the reaction with water. Reaction with water. So just I will share my screen. So here we are going to discuss about the reactions given by carbon carbon, reactions of carbon carbon. Here we have seen that this carbonyl carbon, it undergo resonance. The oxygen is more electronegative as compared to carbon pi bond open on the oxygen. Oxygen get negative and carbon get a positive charge. So you are having a such type of O negative and C positive, and we write this resonating structure in the bracket. So next reaction is addition of water. Addition of water H2O. As there is addition of water, so it is also called as hydration reaction. Hydration reaction. In general, we'll take example. Suppose you are having such type of carbon compound C double bond O. It reacts with water HOH. The reaction takes place in the presence of acid H plus. So pi bond open on the oxygen, O negative, C positive. So this negative OH negative will attack on this C positive, and O negative will attack on this H positive. So I can write like this also, or you can write pi bond open on this H positive, and there is a formation of, here is O and H, and there is a attack of OH. So you get addition of OH. So there's a formation of that is a addition of OH. So it is a diol. So diol, and as the two H group they are directly attached to the same carbon, so it is called as a gem diol. Gem diol. Gem means on the same carbon atom. Example: suppose if you take here R, or this R may be same, may be different. This R dash may be same, may be different, is equal to any alkyl group, or maybe hydrogen, or maybe aryl group. So similar you can write here R and R dash. You get such type of alcohol. Suppose in this case, if you label this water by O18, water by O18, then there is addition of OH on this carbon. So this oxygen is O18, means the OH coming from this water, and this oxygen is coming from your carbonyl carbon. Let us see what is the mechanism of this reaction. So you are having two type of the mechanism. One is acid catalyzed, other is base catalyzed. So let us see the mechanism of this reaction. Mechanism. All the mechanisms are near about same. They are same. So here, if you take this carbonyl carbon like this one, C double bond O, and here is a R and R dash. There is an attack of water. So you add water. Here is O, here is H, and here is the H. It has the two lone pair, one lone pair and two lone pair. Oxygen is more electronegative, so this will open on the oxygen. This oxygen will open on this pi bond open on the oxygen. O negative, C positive. So this negative will attack on this C positive, right? And the HOH, here is a acid HA that we have used H plus H plus. So here this sigma 1 open on A minus and H positive, and this H positive attack on this O negative, means here instead of writing this pi bond open on the oxygen, we can directly write attack of this pi bond on this hydrogen also, right? So otherwise you have to attack this O negative on this H positive. It also work, right? But the correct way of writing the pi bond open on this H positive, and you are getting corresponding, that is a transition state. So what is transition state? Here is R, here is C, here is R dash, and here is oxygen, here is oxygen, right? So this pi bond on this oxygen is going to break. So there is a breaking of the bond, right? At the same time, the bond between this oxygen and carbon undergo forming, right? And the bond between this O and H undergo forming. So here formation of bond between this H, right? So here H, this bond break HA. So as a result, this HA carries partial negative, and you are having here O, here is a H, here is a H. So as a result, this oxygen is having partial positive, and there is a formation of bond between this one. So this is the transition state, right? This is the transition state. This transition state, it undergo further reaction to give. Here you get R, C, R dash, here is O, and here is H. This will open on this A. There is a removal of A negative. At the same time, there is a formation of bond between this water OH and H. Oxygen carries a positive charge. So further, this sigma bond will open on the oxygen. There is a neutralization of the positive charge. So it undergo deprotonation, and you are having a R, here is a C, here is a R, here is a O, here is a H, further here is a O and here is a H. Means you are having a gem diol. Gem diol. So the reaction takes place in the presence of acid. So it is called as a acid catalyze mechanism. So it is called as acid catalyze mechanism. So this mechanism is acid catalyze mechanism. So this mechanism is acid catalyze. Why? Because the reaction takes place in the presence of acid. Next one, the reaction takes place in the presence of base. So base catalyze mechanism. So next mechanism we'll see of this reaction, that is number B, base catalyze mechanism. Base catalyze mechanism. So here the starting compound is a carbonyl compound, that is R. Here is a C, here is a R dash, double bond O. The reaction takes place in the presence of base. So base attack, right? Base have lone pair. It react with water, H, O and H. Water have oxygen, it have the two lone pair. So here what happen? The oxygen is more electronegative, so it's open on the oxygen, O negative and C positive, right? Further, the lone pair on the oxygen, it will attack on the C positive. So this B will attack on this H. So there's abstraction of the proton, and you are having such type of transition state. So here is R, here is a C, here is R dash, here is oxygen, right? The bond between this one undergo breaking, so it is carries partial negative charge. The bond between the carbon and oxygen undergo forming. Here is the H, here is the H, and this base form a bond. So this base form a bond with this H. So it is having partial positive because it donates a lone pair. So you are having such type of transition state. This step is a slow step. It is a slow step, RDS step. And in the fast step, here, this is open completely. It forms a bond and you are having R, C, R dash. Here is O negative, and here there is a formation of O and H. It abstract a proton and it form a complete bond, right? So next step, it undergo reaction with water, HOH. So it undergo protonation and you are getting RC. Here is R dash, here is OH. So this will open on this one OH, and this negative will attack on this H positive. So you get such type of, that is a diol. So you get the gem diol. We get the gem diol. So in this case, we have added water, and you observe that the two OH group, they are directly attached to the same carbon atom. The two OH group, they are directly attached to the same carbon atom. So you are having a diol, right? So you get the gem diol, right? Gem diol. The 2H group, when they are directly attached to the same carbon atom, that compound is very unstable and it undergo further dehydration, right? Further it undergo dehydration, right? So it undergo dehydration. There is a removal of water molecule. There is again removal of water molecule, and you are again getting such type of a carbonyl compound. RC, here is R dash double bond O. So it is a reversible reaction. It is a reversible reaction. You are getting corresponding carbonyl compound. So the isolation of diol is very, very difficult. The formation of this diol is very, very difficult. Then how to isolate? How to isolate this compound? So if you introduce in R dash, electron withdrawing group, then in that case the OH may become stable, right? So here we'll see the how there is an effect of substituent on the stability of this diol, right? Effect of substituent on the stability of diol. Or we'll take the example. Each example they may ask for 2 mark. Suppose if you take example like this one, example of hydration. Suppose you are having such type of compound. You know this compound. It is called as a C double bond OH formaldehyde. It is called as a formaldehyde. When one of the hydrogen is replaced by CH3, it is called as acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. And when again this hydrogen is replaced by the methyl, it is called as acetone. It is called as acetone. In all this compound, you see that hydrogen do not exhibit any effect, electronic effect, but the methyl group exhibit plus I effect, right? The charge on the carbon get decrease, means the reactivity is less. But here in this case, again you see that there are the two methyl group which exhibit plus I effect. So again, the reactivity is very, very less, right? So here, if you want to increase the positive charge on the carbon, we have to introduce electron withdrawing group in the R group. So here, suppose if you replace in acetaldehyde all the hydrogen of CH3 by the halogen, then you are having a such type of compound. Here is a Cl, here is a Cl, here is a Cl. In acetaldehyde, we have replaced all the hydrogen by the chlorine, and you are having a such type of compound, and this compound is called as, in general, chloral. RAL, Al aldehyde, chloral. It is also called as a trichloroethanol. Trichloro. So here 1, 2, ethane, ethanol, right? Ethanol, Al means aldehyde or acetaldehyde. Trichloroacetaldehyde or trichloroethanol, or in general name chloral. This chloral, it can form a question of 2 mark they may ask. It can undergo hydration very easily. Why? They may ask for 2 mark. The reason is that the chloral, when undergo a resonance, then you are having the oxygen is more electronegative as compared to carbon. So this pi bond will open on the oxygen O negative and C positive. So there is a generation of C positive. So here Cl, there is a Cl, right? There is a Cl, and there is a formation of a corresponding, there is a O negative. So I write this H here and here O negative, right? And here is a positive charge. So there is a generation of a such type of a C positive, and you'll find that in the resonating structure, in the second structure, the carbon is having positive charge, and to this positive charge there are 3 strong electron withdrawing group which exhibit minus I effect. So due to minus I effect, the intensity of positive get decreased, means it is a more stable. It is a more stable, right? So here in this case, here the intensity of positive get increased, not decreased. It get increased. So it is a more reactive, right? It is a more reactive, and on this one Here, if you add a water, HOH, water, right? So due to minus effect, the reactivity of a C positive, the intensity of C positive get increased. That's why it is a more reactive. And if it react with the water, so this sigma bond open on this OH negative, H positive. This O negative will attack on this H positive, and this OH negative will attack on this C positive. So you are getting corresponding hydration product. That is here I can write the hydration product like this one. Here is a Cl, right? Here is a Cl. Here is a Cl, and here is a C, and here is a H. Here is a O. You add this O, and there is addition of H. Addition of H. Also, there is addition of O and H. Right? So you are getting such type of compound, and in this case, you will find that the hydrate is found to be more stable. Why it is found to be more stable? Because there are the three strong electron withdrawing group. There are the three strong electron withdrawing group. That's why it have the more stability. It have the more stability, right? So it is found to be more stable. So here in this case also we can write Cl negative and H positive. Suppose instead of writing this H, we can write here also. So instead of writing that one, I will write this H in this case here. Then we can write also one more point. Here is the H, right? Here is the H, right? So you'll find that again Cl negative, H positive. So they undergo also stabilize by the hydrogen bonding, and also they are stabilized by the hydrogen bonding. So due to minus I effect and due to H bonding, the hydrate form is found to be more stable. So they may ask why chloral can undergo hydration very easily, right? So you get the chloral hydrate. So this compound is a chloral hydrate. Chloral hydrate. This chloral hydrate is found to be more stable. Why? Because the hydrate form is further stabilized by the hydrogen bonding. So this is your H bonding, hydrogen bonding, because here it is further stabilized by the Cl positive, partial positive, and Cl partial negative. So that's why it is further stabilized by the hydrogen bonding. At the same time, as the Cl is having partial negative charge, then also it also help to undergo its stabilization. So it's a one example, right? So number one example we have seen. Number two example, suppose you are having such type of example. Double bond O. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon, cyclopropane, right? So it is a cyclopropane. This cyclopropane is replaced by CO. So cyclopropanone, PANONE. So just E is replaced by ONE, propanone, means it's a ketone, cyclopropanone. Cyclopropanone can also form a hydrate very easily. They may also ask for 2 mark. So the reaction with water, HOH. So here you are getting a such type of hydrate. Pi bond open on the oxygen, O negative, C positive. So this negative will attack on this H positive and OH negative will attack on this C positive. So you are getting such type of hydrate H, right? And here also H. So you get such type of hydrate. Why hydrate of this one is more stable? The reason is that this carbon is sp2 hybridized, right? It is a sp2 hybridized. So the internal bond angle is 120, right? It should be internal bond angle is 120, right? But in the cyclopropanone, the internal bond angle is not 120, it is a 60 degree. So in the 60 degree, these groups accommodate, means there is a more crowding. There is a more crowding, right? So this is your 60 degree, right? So from 120 it converts into 60. But in this case, you'll find that this carbon is a sp3 hybridized, right? It is a sp3 hybridized, means the internal bond angle should be 109 degree or 109.5 5 degree. So I say here 109 degree. So it will convert into 60, means in this case here actually it was 120, it convert into 60, but here it was 109, it convert into 60, means here the groups are maximum away from each other. So there is a decrease in the angle strain. So there is a decrease in the angle strain. Decrease in angle strain. As there is a decrease in the angle strain, the stability get increase, right? More the angle strain, less is the stability. Less the angle strain, more is the stability. So there is a decrease in the angle strain. And one more example of this one. Suppose you are having a such type of compound. Here, example number 3. Each example they may ask for 2 mark. Why? It can form hydrate very easily. So this compound, here is a C double bond O. Here is a C double bond O, C double bond O, and I can put here pH and pH. pH means phenyl. So 1, 2 di, it is your diphenyl, 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 propane, carbon number 1, 2, 3, propane, propane. How many ons are there? 3, 1, 2, 3, trione, trione. So it is called as a diphenyl propane trione, right? So diphenyl propane trione. It can also undergo hydration very easily, right? So we have seen that the diol compounds, they are unstable, and when it undergo hydration, then again it undergo the hydration to give corresponding compound. So in this case, what happened here? There is a carbon, right? Here is a carbon. This pi bond open on the oxygen, O negative, C positive, right? So this O negative, C positive, this OH will attack on this C positive, right? This OH, this sigma bond means OH will attack. This sigma bond open on this OH negative, H positive. This negative will attack on this H positive, and this OH negative will attack on this C positive. So same thing I will write. So here I will write this compound like this one. Here is the carbon, right? O and H. Here is a O and here is a H, right? Further, it attack this OH on this carbon. So it attack this OH on this carbon. So you add this HOH on this carbonyl carbon. So you are having a attack of OH. Now I'll write the remaining part. So what is the remaining part? It have the COPH. So I'll put this COPH like this one. So here's the carbon. Carbon, here is a C double bond O, and here is the pH. Here is a C double bond O and a pH. So same thing I have written. So what happened here in this case, if you see, the O is a negative charge and H is having the positive charge. So it undergo polarization and you are having partial negative and partial positive and partial negative. Partial negative. Similarly, partial positive and partial negative. So it undergo hydrogen bonding. It undergo hydrogen bonding. So due to H bonding, hydrogen bonding, here is a hydrogen bonding, the hydrate form is found to be more stable. So the hydrate form, hydrate of this one is found to be more stable. So it is stable compound. Why? Because there is a presence of intramolecular, within the molecule means intramolecular hydrogen bonding, or simply say hydrogen bonding. So there is a formation of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, right? So intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So there is a formation of intramolecular, so hydrogen bonding, right? So let us see intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So that's why the hydrate form is found to be more stable. So these three example they'll ask always for the 2 mark. Why diphenyl propanediol can form a hydrate? Why? Because when diphenyl propanediol undergo reaction with water, there is a formation of hydrate, and the hydrate form is further stabilized by the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. You have to show this intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Again, we have seen the propane trione also can form a hydrate. Why? Because there is a decrease in the angle strain. So in cyclopropane propanone, so there is an angle strain from 120 to 60. The carbon is should have the uh, internal angle 120 because it is sp2 hybridized, but it changes to 60, means there is a deviation from the normal tetrahedral bond angle. So there is a angle strain is there, but in this case the internal bond angle is should be 109 because sp3 hybridized. So means there is decrease in the angle. One point we have chloral can form a hydrate because chloral will undergo hydration. There's a formation of chloral hydrate, and this chloral hydrate is further stabilized by the again intramolecular hydrogen bonding, right? So again the chloral in this case you are having a three strong electron withdrawing group which exhibit a minus effect. So it destabilizes the carbon, the intensity of positive is more. That's why it can attack this water, right, very easily. So that's why you are having a such type of hydrate formation. So here you have seen the attack of, that is water, that is hydration. Next reaction is addition of ammonia. Next reaction is addition of ammonia. Addition of ammonia. Addition of ammonia, that is the NH3. We can write this NH3 like this one, NH2, right? We can also write like this one, NH and H, right? And H, I can write by the group called as G in general, NH, and here is a G, right? Here is a G, right? Addition of ammonia. Addition of ammonia on the carbonyl carbon. So here first you will see the in general the mechanism may be nucleophilic addition or the electrophilic addition. So if you react in presence of acid, then it is a attack of electrophile takes place. So electrophilic addition mechanism. So let us see in general first. Suppose you are having a such type of carbonyl compound, C double bond O. Here is a, in general, reaction takes place in the presence of acid. So what happen? It undergo protonation. Oxygen is having two lone pair, one lone pair, and two lone pair. It is having two lone pair, one lone pair, and two lone pair. So it undergo protonation. It undergo protonation, right? And you are having such type of protonation product. Here is a carbon C double bond O, right? So there is a formation of a bond between the O and H. Oxygen carries a positive charge. It undergo protonation, and further it react with ammonia. So I have written this ammonia like this one. So this ammonia or derivative of ammonia. So we'll see the derivative of ammonia means one of the hydrogen is replaced by the G, right? So I can write this group like this one, N, H, 2 and a G in general, and it is having a lone pair. So here the pi bond open on the oxygen, O neutralization of the positive charge, and this lone pair on this will attack on this carbonyl carbon. So you are getting a such type of addition product. So here you can write here there is a addition of NS2. So I can write this OH like this one, either upper side or lower side. You can write in any way, and the this ammonia will attack on this carbon. So I can take this ammonia like this one. Here is a N, H, here is a H, and here is a G. Right? Here is a G. So this is G. NS2, as it gives the lone pair on this carbon. So this nitrogen carries a positive charge. It carries a positive charge. So it should undergo, that is a removal of H positive. So this will remove here, and you are having C. Here is OH. Here is a N. Here is a H. So there is a removal of H positive, and here is a G. Right now, OH and this NH, they are anti to each other, so they undergo dehydration. So this sigma bond open on the OH negative, C positive, N becomes positive. So this sigma bond will shift here, and you are getting corresponding product like this one. So C, here is a double bond N and G. So you get corresponding derivative, and you get corresponding derivative. So you get such type of product starting from carbonyl compound. So these are the carbonyl compound, carbonyl compounds, right? Carbonyl compound. So in general, you can write example. There is R, there is R dash, maybe same, maybe different. Here is R, here is R dash, maybe same, maybe different. Here is R, R dash, right? R, R dash, and here is a R and R dash, right? Now in the simple way, again we can write the mechanism, right? Suppose if I write mechanism like this one, suppose here is R, here is a C double bond O, and here is R dash, right? It react with ammonia derivative. So N, here is a H, here is a H, and here is a again uh, just you have to write the G, right? Means here is a G compound, right? Ammonia derivative. So that is a NS2G. We have to see what is the G. So what happened? Pi bond open on the oxygen. Pi bond open on the oxygen. O negative, C positive. So this negative will attack on the C positive, right? This negative will attack on the C positive, and this H positive will attack on this O negative, and you are getting corresponding such type of addition product in the reaction takes place in the presence of acid. So RC, here is a O, here is a H, right? Here is R dash, here is a N, here is a H, and here is a G, right? And further, it undergo dehydration, right? It undergo dehydration. So this will open on this OH negative, C positive. So this sigma bond will shift here, formation of double bond, and you are getting such type of addition product. RC, here is R dash, double bond N and G, right? You get such type of compound, right? So you get such type of product, right? So in this way you have seen the addition of ammonia or ammonia derivative on this one. In the same way, we have to write down the number of example, right? So let us see the examples on this one, right? And then we'll see the examples. So here what you have seen, we have seen that in general you are having R, C, here is R dash double bond O, it react with N, here is a H, here is a H, here is a NS2G, right? NS2G, right? Now the reaction takes place in the presence of acid. Pi bond open on the oxygen, O negative, C positive. So this negative will attack on this H positive, right? So this will shift here, NS2 negative. This negative will attack on this C positive, right? So we can get here R, C, here is R dash, here is O, H, here is a N, here is a H, and here is a G, right? So this step, in this case, we add a group. So this is called as addition step. Addition step. And in the next one, you will see that this sigma bond open on this OH. OH is more electronegative. This sigma bond open here, carbon become positive. So this sigma bond will shift here, formation of double bond, and you are getting R, C, here is R dash, double bond N and G, right? So you are getting such type of addition product. So it is your starting compound, that is aldehyde or ketone, right? Aldehyde or ketone. Aldehyde or ketone. So this is a simple mechanism. So first step is addition step, and second step there is a removal of water. There is a removal of water. So it is a elimination step. Elimination step. So it is also called as addition elimination mechanism. So it is also called as addition elimination mechanism. So this step is also called as addition, first addition elimination mechanism or reaction. Addition elimination reaction. You have seen in the benzene intermediate, first elimination and then addition. So it was called as that is a elimination addition mechanism, right? Next example. So in suppose you are having a carbonyl compound, that is R, right? That is R. Here is a C, double bond O. Here is R dash, right? It react with number one. We have seen the previous example, that is reaction with N N S2 G, right? NS2G. So first step we have seen ROH. Here is R dash, right? Here is a N. Here is a H. Here is a H, and here is a G, right? So there is an addition step. Next step is a elimination step. Reaction takes place in the presence of acid. So this pi bond open on the oxygen, O negative, C positive. Further, it undergo dehydration, and you are getting corresponding product RC. Here is R dash, double bond N, and here is a H, and here is a G, right? So these are ammonia derivative, right? Now here what you will do, you can put this H, it becomes ammonia, right? If you put H, we get the ammonia, right? So next example, suppose if I put here ammonia NH2G. In this case, this G is H, right? This G is H. So I can put, instead of G, there is a H, hydrogen, right? It means ammonia, right? So what you can get, RC has OH, has R, has N, H, H, and here is the H, right? Further, it undergo a removal of water, and you can get RC. Here there is a removal of water, means here is R dash dash double bond N. So this will open here and this will shift here, right? So you can get NH, and here is a H. So G is H, right? You will get such type of corresponding ammonia derivative. So you can say this is your ammonia derivative. Ammonia derivative. Next step, suppose if we replace the G group by OH, so you are having N H2 and OH. So instead of writing OH like this one, I will write the OH here. H is replaced by OH. So only instead of H, we have to put the OH, right? So here you get R, C, O, H. Here is a R dash. Here is a N. Here is a H. Here is a H. And here is a OH, right? Further, it undergo dehydration, removal of water molecule. So this sigma bond shift here, this will shift here, it undergo dehydration, and you are getting corresponding compound RC, R dash, double bond N, here is a H, and here is a OH. Here is a OH. It is called as hydroxylamine. NH2OH is called as hydroxylamine, right? So you are getting corresponding oxime, right? You are getting corresponding oxime. If it is a ketone, ketoxime, right? It is a acetaldehyde oxime, right? Acetaldehyde oxime. So you get corresponding oxime. So next example, suppose if you are having a such type of compound. Now here what I'll do, I'll put the G group NS2. G group, there is NS2. Here is a NH2 and the OH is a NH2. NH2. So only you have to put G group OH, remaining part as it is. So here is R, here is OH, here is R dash N H H and this is your NH2. Further, it undergo dehydration. Removal of water molecule, and this sigma bond shift on OH. This is shift here, formation of a double bond. You get RCR dash double bond N, right? Here is a H, and here is your NH2. NH2. It is your NH2. NH2 is called as a hydrazine. It is called as a hydrazine. So the you are having NH2 is called as a hydrazine. So you get hydrazone, right? You get a hydrazone of corresponding carbonyl compound, right? So example, again you can write the same example. I will take the next example here. Suppose here what I will do, just I will replace one of the hydrogen of NH2 in hydrazine by pH. Here is the NH2, here is the NH, here is the NH, right? And one of the group is replaced by the phenyl nucleus, means phenyl hydrazine. So it is called as a phenyl hydrazine. So instead of writing here, I will write pH here, right? I will write the pH here. So it is your phenyl hydrazine, right? So again same thing, the reaction takes place. You get R, here is a C, here is a OH, here is a R, here is a N, H, H. Only instead of NH2, here is one of the hydrogen is replaced by the pH nucleus, right? So further it undergo again dehydration. This will shift here, this will shift here, and it undergo removal of water molecule, and you are getting corresponding final compound phenylhydrazone. Here is R dash double bond N, here is a H, and here you are having a phenylhydrazone NH, and this one, right? So you get the phenylhydrazone derivative. Phenylhydrazone derivative. Now here only I will make one more example. So 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone, at 2 position there is a NO2, right? And at 4 position there is a NO2. So it is called as a 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. So at 2 position there is a NO2. So 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone, right? So at 2 position there is a NO2, and at 4 position there is also NO2. So 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone derivative, right? So in this also you can write one more example, and last example. Suppose you are having a such type of compound. Here what you will do, I will take this NS2 N, and here is a NH, and you will replace by the urea semicarbazide. So the one of the H is replaced by CONS2, CONS2, right? So this NSCO NS2 is urea. So one of the hydrogen is replaced by this one. So it is a NH, right? It is a NH, right? So it is called as a semicarbazide, semicarbazide, right? So this semicarbazide, it react with carbonic compound. So you are getting here R, same thing R, here is R dash, here is O H, and remaining part as it is. H, here is a H, and only the G group is, yeah, the G group is urea. So the G group is urea, means NH CO NH2 urea, right? Further, it undergo dehydration, removal of water. So you are getting here R C, here is R dash. This sigma bond open here, OH negative. This will shift here, formation of double bond formation takes place. Here is a N H, and remaining part is urea. NHC double bond O and NH2. So it is called as a semi-carbazone, right? It is called as semi-carbazone, semi-carbazone, right? So you are having such type of addition product. So here what you have seen, we have seen that there is a addition of ammonia, you get ammonia derivative, and we have put the H, right? In this case H is G is H, ammonia derivative. The G is OH, hydroxylamine, you get oxime derivative. G is NS2, hydrazine, you get hydrazone derivative. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, we get 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. And similarly, semicarbazide, you get semicarbazone derivative. Example, just you replace the R, this R dash, right, by different alkyl group. This R dash may be same, may be different, and you are getting the number of examples. Right. So in this way, we have seen the addition elimination reaction. So this is the addition elimination reaction. Right. So here today we have seen the reactions of carbon compound reaction with water. It may undergo acid catalyze or base catalyze. Then we have seen the carbon compound, they undergo hydration. Chloral can form hydrate, cyclopropanone can form hydrate, and diphenyl propentrione can form hydrate easily. What is the reason? They may ask for 2 mark. And we have seen the addition of ammonia, and it's a derivative. So if you know one, remaining all are same. So they are the some of the addition reactions, right? So in this way, you have seen some chemical reaction. We have to see the name reaction. That is a two reactions are there. One is a Cannish-Haru reaction, right? And other is a Reed-Podmosky reaction. Cannish-Haru reaction and a Reed-Podmosky reaction, right? So here, uh, if you end out, you may ask. In this case, if you end out, you can ask any question. If you end out, you may ask any question. No doubt. Uh, Okay, so try to read at your home. And I told you already that you can refer the Manali and Nirali publication book. At the same time, you can use the reference book. Uh, so in this way, we have taken this chemical reaction, right? And if you have don't doubt, then we'll stop here and we'll take the next point, some name reactions in the next lecture, right? So thanks to all, and you can leave the meeting. Thanks to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.